Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have week 3 of the RoDL3, and that is going to be against Checkmate. So as you might recall, we're going into this game 1-1 following a loss last week, so really hoping to rebound this week. Our opponent this week is actually 0-2, so he's definitely going to be hungry for the win, which is definitely going to make him dangerous. So this is actually a bit of a unique situation too, because the coach that I was supposed to be playing this week actually quit the league following his loss last week. So this guy actually got to draft an entirely new team to face me this week. So definitely behind the 8 ball a little bit on this one, but hoping we can pull something together. So that is the team he drafted, and that he is bringing pretty much what I expected to see. So, yeah, not 100% sure what I want to lead with. I think it's going to have to be the scissor. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be the scissor. So we're going to go with that and hope that that works out. So, nice looking team there, definitely. So really hoping we can pull a victory out on this one. But we'll see what happens. So there he is. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and lead with the clef key. So kind of what I expected to see. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with the scissor. So I am choice banded. So I could just go for the pivot right away. That's kind of what I was thinking about doing. Or I could try to get max damage on this thing, but I think I'm just going to play it safe and go for the pivot here early to try and chip this thing a little. He's actually going to foul play, so that's interesting. So that's going to take me down by quite a bit, actually. So about a third. I am going to get the U-turn off, and then the mandatory switch, of course. So off of that, I think I'm going to... What do I want to do here? I think I want to come in with the Seismitoad, actually. So maybe I can get those rocks up. So he's not leftovers, so that's interesting. So he's probably not going to stay in predicting the ground move, I would imagine. So he does have foul play he could hit me with, but I am max attack, but still, I would imagine he's probably not going to want to stay in. So I think I'm going to actually go for the Ice Punch here, trying to catch him on a switch. And he is going to go for the switch, maybe into the Rillaboom, but no, he's going to go into the Xatu, actually hoping to magic bounce the rocks back, so good thing I didn't do that. So going to hit him with the Ice Punch, and that is actually going to take him down by not a lot, actually. He does, I do take Rocky Helmet damage there, so this thing definitely looks to be an extremely bulky variant. So yeah, helmet on the Zat, not great. I do get the leftovers recovery. Definitely gonna have to switch out here based on that damage output. So I think I am just gonna want to go into the Goodra here. I am max special defense with an assault vest, so I should be fit to handle anything this thing does to me, hopefully. So going to come in with that, and he's going to go for a Grass Knot, so that's great. It's just going to activate Sap Sipper, which will give me an attack increase. Not really going to matter since I'm a special set, but yeah, I can't imagine he's going to want to stay in on this matchup. So the question is, what is he going to want to switch into here? So, don't know what I want to go for. I can't imagine he'd want to stay in, though. He might want to go into, maybe the Clef Key, I don't really know. Maybe the Dracovish, I don't know. Probably not the Dracovish. Well, who knows? I think I'm just going to actually Flamethrower, hoping to catch either the Rillaboom or the Clef Key coming in. So indeed he is going to switch, and he is indeed going to go to the Clef Key, so that is good. So I am going to nail this thing with a Flamethrower, which is great. So that's going to do some nice damage, hopefully, and that is going to knock this thing all the way down to about a quarter. So that is great. So it's definitely within striking distance of another shot. So I don't know. I could go for a Thunderbolt here, but I don't know that that's going to be enough actually to take this thing out from that range. So I might actually just have to go Flamethrower again and hope he doesn't try to switch into the Dracovish. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And he is going to stay in. He's going to go for the light screen, so that is going to go ahead and increase the special defense of his Pokemon. So he's trying to withstand an attack, so hopefully he can't. Flamethrower incoming, and it is not quite enough after the light screen, unfortunately, to take this thing out. So that actually kind of sucks. So he's going to get his screens up, which is not good, it looks like. So actually, I think I'm going to make... rather than trying to take this thing out, I'm going to make a different call here and switch back into the Hypnotoad, the Seismitoad, because I am packing Brick Break, because I was kind of anticipating him wanting to go screens here. So he's actually just going to Spikes instead. Okay, so I'm going to get the Entry Hazard up on me instead, rather. So not great. I'm going to regain some HP with the leftovers, though. So I would imagine he's probably Light Clay if I had to guess. So he might try to switch into the Xatu, or he might, hopefully I'm hoping he's going to try to get another screen up here. So that's why I'm going to Brick Break. So he is going to just get another layer of Spikes up instead now. So that's not great. But I am going to Brick Break this thing, which is going to get rid of that light screen, which is obviously good. So that is going to get rid of the Klefki and knock him down to 5 Pokemon. But he did get 2 layer of Spikes up, so that's definitely not good for me, since all my Pokemon are susceptible to it. But I am back up to full HP with the Seismitoad, so that's actually not bad. So I could have potentially taken the chance to put my own hazard up, but oh well. So now he's going to go into the Rillaboom, so going to get the Grassy Surge to set that terrain up. So Grassy terrain up, which is not going to be great because he is more than definitely going to be packing that Grassy Glide. So I'm definitely going to have to switch out here. Definitely can't stay in on this matchup. So what is he going to want to go for? I mean, he might anticipate the Goodra since he saw that I have Sap Sipper, so I don't know if I really want to go into Goodra and take big damage, potentially, if he does anticipate that. So I think actually instead I am just going to go into Scissor, since hopefully that can handle just about anything he throws, since I do have a lot of defense investment. So there's the Scissor. I am going to take 2 rounds of Spikes, which sucks. That's going to leave me at about half. He's going to U-turn, anticipating this switch on my side, so that's going to get the chip, and then he is going to get that mandatory switch. So he is going to get the switch advantage here, so that is definitely not good. And we'll see what he wants to bring in return. So he was packing U-turn. Definitely thinking about this one. So he's going to go into the Xatu. Okay. So I am going to get some HP back there with the Grassy Terrain, so that's not bad. I could, you know what, I think I'm just actually, because I have to limit my switches here thanks to the Entry Hazard, so I think I'm actually just going to go for the Bullet Punch here to see how much damage I can get on this thing. So there it is, and it is not quite enough to take him out, actually. Going to take the Rocky Helmet damage. He's going to go for a Heat Wave. He is packing that, and that is going to take me down from that range, unfortunately. So that's going to be it for Scissor. That's going to tie the game up at 5-5. So, not ideal, but let's see what we can do about that. So he did go for the Heat Wave. So he might be, I mean, who knows? He might be choice locked. Who knows? I think we're just going to go ahead and come back in with the Goodra. That definitely seems like the safest play, since Goodra really just hard walls this thing. So I'm going to take the Spikes damage, which sucks, but he's definitely not going to want to stay in on this matchup. So the question is, what is he going to want to switch into? And I think actually now that Klefki is gone, the safest thing to do for me is just click Sludge Waves. That's what I'm going to do. It should... Oh, he's actually going to Roost. Okay. So he's not choice item, so that's information. So he's going to Roost to regain HP. That's going to put him back up quite far. I'm going to hit him with that Sludge Wave in return, and it is going to take him down pretty much right back to where he was. So unfortunately, though, because he landed, he's going to get the HP restoration from the grassy terrain, as am I. So if he wants to play that game, that's going to be a stalemate of the Goodra, and if he wants to keep roosting up, unless I go for the Draco Meteor, which I definitely could do, but at this stage don't really want to do that because that'll force me to switch. He is going to go for another roost, so he is going to go ahead and heal that HP right back, back to about 3/4, as I am going to hit him with another Sludge Wave. So that should put him back down. So he's actually is gaining a little bit more than he's losing there, thanks to the grassy terrain. I am gaining a little bit too, thanks to the grassy terrain. So I'm almost back up to full here. So I think I am going to switch it up into the Draco Meteor this time. He's just going to keep playing the Roost game. So I think as long as I don't miss the Draco, the added damage should take this thing out. At least I hope. So that's going to put him back up to almost full there. I'm going to hit the Draco, fortunately. Hopefully it's enough from that range to get rid of this thing. And it is going to blow this thing away, so that is great. I'm going to take that harsh special attack drop, but I think it was worth it to get rid of the Zat, so that's going to knock him down to 4. I am going to get put back up to full thanks to the grassy terrain, and that will actually be it for the grassy terrain. So I think that was probably best case scenario for me. So we'll see what he wants to do now. Thinking about it. Okay, so here comes the Toxicroak. Okay, he's coming in with that thing. So with my special attack harshly lowered, I pretty much have no choice but to switch out at this point, which is going to kind of give him a free turn to do whatever, which is not great. Who knows what he'll want to do, but I think the safest play is probably just to go into the Seismitoad, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Since I do have the recovery item on there as well. So coming in with the Seismitoad, going to take the spikes, unfortunately, and he's going to bulk up. So that is going to raise his attack and defense. So not great, but I am going to regain some HP with the leftovers here. This thing, the Toxicroak, is not the bulkiest Pokemon, and I am actually max attack here on the Seismitoad. So although the Xatu is gone, so I could just go for a Stealth Rock here straight away, but I kind of, he already set up once. I really don't want him to let him set up any farther. So I kind of want to go for the Earthquake here. I think I'm just going to go for the Earthquake here because I really don't want him to set up any farther. He's going to bulk up again, so he's going to get that second attack and defense increase. So that's definitely not good. So I'm going to hit him with the Earthquake in return. So I'm not sure how much this will do. After 2 defense increases, it still does quite a lot, actually, dropping him down to 1/4. And then he's going to regain some HP from a Black Sludge there, as I will regain some HP from my leftovers. So he is sitting at +2, which is really not that great for me. He might be potentially looking to Drain Punch here, which would also not be good. So he would gain a truckload of HP back if he did that, so that would not be good at all. I do have one switch option for that, although I don't know if I want to do it. This is a tough one. Yeah, this is a tough decision, because if he does regain all that HP, I don't think, well, I am max HP too, so I think I am actually going to make a risk here. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make a risk, and we're going to switch into the Poltegeist, hoping to catch a Drain Punch or not catch a Drain Punch from him. So I'm going to come in with that, going to take the spikes, and there's the Drain Punch. So fortunately, that risk did pay off, get that free switch. So that was pretty scary, but fortunately that did work out. So now I kind of have a choice to make. He's most certainly carrying a Dark Attack, but I can't really risk a switch at this point. I think we're just going to go ahead. I don't know if I like outspeed him, actually. I could Stored power is X4, but you know what? I think I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball here. I do have some speed investment, not a lot. He's actually going to Bullet Punch me, and I do have HP investment as well, so he's going to trip my weak armor there, which is going to drop my defense and increase my speed. So unfortunately, that's going to pop my White Herb, so that will return my defense to normal. But I was kind of saving that for Shell Smash, so... but I am going to Shadow Ball, and it is going to be enough from that range to get rid of the Toxicroak, so that is huge, actually. So that is going to knock him down to 3, so that is a huge threat out of the way, definitely, when that thing was set up. So, alright, so that's one more threat out of the way, thankfully. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Rillaboom once again. So I'm going to get that Grassy Surge up. So... Grassy Terrain in play once again now. This is going to force me to make yet another difficult decision, actually, because I could anticipate the switch and go into the Goodra, anticipating that Grassy Glide and block it with Sap Sipper, but if he anticipates that, that is going to be, and goes for something else, that could definitely be bad news for me, but, jeez. That is a tough one. I do have that speed increase too, but not going to matter since he has priority. Jeez. Not sure what he's going to want to do here. I think, you know what? I think we just have to switch into the Goodra here. So we're going to switch into the Goodra. Hopefully we can catch that Grassy Glide with the Sap Sipper. Hopefully he doesn't predict this. Gonna take the spikes damage, and he's gonna knock off, so he does predict it, so that sucks. That is gonna do a ton of damage. Gonna get rid of my Assault Vest too, so that really sucks. I am gonna gain some HP back from that Grassy Terrain. So yeah, that didn't work out too great for me, unfortunately. I took big hit on Goodra there that I didn't want to take. And I don't know if I'm gonna outspeed this thing or not, but yeah, just pretty much, I think, have to click Sludge Wave at this point. So that's what we're going to do. And nope, he's going to outspeed, but he's going to knock off, so he might actually be locked into knockoff. So he might actually be choice item, so that's interesting. So the next knockoff's going to get rid of the Goodra and drop me down to 4. So not good, but that is interesting. So he might actually be choice locked into the knockoff. So what do I have here as some switch options? I think the best play at this point is to probably go ahead and come in with the Alolan Ninetales. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Dairy Queen. And so I do take the spikes damage, but we do get that snow warning. So that is going to make it hail, which is great. So he does still have the Dracovish and the Slurpuff on deck. So if I had to guess, based on the damage that I was seeing there, I was max HP on the Goodra, actually. So I would think he has to be choice item, which means he would have to go for a switch here. Oh, man. I don't know. So I could, again, and then this might be the game of risky plays. I don't know. I do have, I could really risk trying to catch that Dracovish coming in. I feel like he has to be choice items with that damage output. But if he's not and he stays in and he can switch it up, that's going to be really bad news. You know what? I think I have to risk it. Alright, we're going to do it. Hopefully he switches. And he does switch. Okay, hopefully he goes into the Dracovish here. Come on. Is it the Dracovish? No, it's the Slurpuff, so I should have Blizzard. And he's going to go ahead and pop probably a Grassy Seed there to raise his physical defense. Going to catch this thing with a Freeze Dry. And that is still going to do good damage. That is going to take him down by about a third. And then he takes the Hail damage, and we both have that HP restoration there from the Grassy Terrain. So he's probably unburdened now too, which is not good. So he's probably going to outspeed me here. So the Blizzard wouldn't have taken him out anyway, but do I want to stay in with the Ninetales and try to attack this thing? I think I have to. So I think I have to go for a Blizzard and hope that I can get something going. He's going to flamethrower, though, so is it going to be enough to take me out? No, it is not enough, thankfully. Take me out. Whew. So I just live that. Gonna hit him with a blizzard. Hopefully it's enough. And yes, it is enough. The blizzard is enough, thankfully, to get rid of that Slurpuff. And that is going to knock him to 2. So that is great. I'm going to get that HP restoration there from the grassy terrain, which is good. But I can't really take much more with the Ninetales. So he's going to come back in with the Rillaboom here. And let's see here. I could stay in. I mean, I could definitely stay in, and I could attack him. But, I mean, he's probably going to Grassy Glide, but do I really have anybody? I don't really have anybody to take a Grassy Glide. That's the problem. So, yeah, this is a tough one again. I mean, yeah. The grassy, I mean, I could try to wait the grassy terrain out. Do I really need Ninetales is the question. I could try to save Ninetales to reset the hail. Oh, not much time left. I think I have to make a sack here, so we're gonna, I think, just have to sack off the Poltegeist here. I do want to try to reset the hail if possible, so gonna switch into the Poltegeist here and take the Spike's damage, and he is just gonna Grassy Glide. So that is definitely going to take the Poltegeist out. So that's going to drop me to 3. The battle is almost over at this point. He's going to take that hail damage and then just gain the HP right back from the grassy terrain. So the grass is gone. So that is actually really key. The grass just disappeared right there. So that's going to mean that I think I can come back in here with Ninetales, actually. Yeah, we're going to come back in with Ninetales. Because that means that the Grassy Glide does not have priority anymore, which is huge without the grassy terrain. So I am going to survive the Spikes switch in. Just going to go ahead and go for the Blizzard here. Time is pretty much up at this point. So going to Blizzard, and I do outspeed, obviously. So the Blizzard going to hit this thing, and it is going to one-shot the Rillaboom, which is great. So that's going to get rid of that thing. That drops him to just 1, which is the Dracovish, which we hadn't seen all game, actually. But the battle is over. Time just ran out. So there's the Dracovish, finally. So there it is. And if he was Choice Scarf, he would definitely outspeed me, but Choice Band Freeze Dry would actually one-shot him. But we're not going to get to find out, I guess, because the game is over. And yeah. So we're going to win that one 3-1 versus Checkmate. But that was a really intense match there. Yeah. Whew. All right. But really happy to get the win. So yeah, that was intense. But we did get the win. So with that, the Philadelphia Pidgeys are going to advance to 2-1. So that is great news for me. I'm really happy about that. So hopefully we can keep it up in the coming weeks. There's still a long way to go with the tournament. So thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.